All right. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. What's happening? Monday, the 22nd. Happy Monday. Good little reset, right? Coffee's hot. Damn, that's hot. Never learn. That's only my third cup, maybe. So, Kevin Hawthorne, how are you, buddy? Good to see you on the YouTube. I've been lax on my YouTube shorts lately. We've been busy, and it's hard to do everything. Wah. Right? Good morning. Kind of a overcast day here in Sherman, Maine. So let me see. It says we're having trouble posting on LinkedIn. Well, that's going to just be the deal. Whoops. Hang on here. Do. Hopefully we're still going. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Good morning, Ben Bryant, Jess Novak. What's happening? Good evening from the lower Pacific Ocean near the land down under. Good morning, Bubba Hogan. What's happening? Yeah. Yeah. Busy weekend. What did we do Saturday? Oh, we built the shed doors Saturday. Yesterday we were going to do siding, but it was pretty hard rain on and off, so we opted for a rest day and instead drove down to Bangor, about an hour south, got all the paint that we need and the remaining tile items. So even on days off, we get stuff done around here. Who's got it better than us? Good morning, Dad. What's happening? Hope you had a good Father's Day yesterday. 10 p.m. at night in Australia right now. Bubba, we appreciate you going the extra mile, Hopefully you aren't, like sitting on the edge of the bed torturing your wife with this live, all right? If you are, hello, Amy. You must be a saint. Oh, shoot. Yeah, so we got a whole bunch of stuff. Sufficiently frustrated in the big box stores, but I was surprised how sparse they were with customers on Father's Day. It was interesting, but got everything we needed, and normally I get a little rasty in those places. I think my dad and I got thrown out of Home Depot once. Almost something. He was a little wound up. But actually, Wendy was a little bit fired up yesterday in Lowe's. And I said, hey, you got to calm down. You got to calm down. And when I'm telling someone to calm down, it's probably pretty, it's probably pretty bad. So it wasn't too bad. They just don't have staff. And, when you go in those places, you just can't, they're doing the best they can, and when you're in the tile or plumbing aisle and you hear, I need special assistance at the paint counter, there's nobody there. You're going to the paint counter next, and that's where people go to die. Been thrown out of better places than that. Yeah, that's one of Jimmy's lines when he got thrown out of Walmart for returning all his daughter's stuff they used to give. It's one of the funniest stories. And they would buy stuff. Dad, can you bring this back for me? They'd bring it back. Didn't have a receipt, and he'd bring it back, get store credit or something. Finally, after so many times, they said, sir, we're gonna, and he called it banded. He goes, Bob, he goes, I got banded from Walmart. I go, really? He goes, you know what I told him? I said, what? He goes, I told him I've been thrown out of better places. Oh, I love that story. So I joked that they had a picture of him, like a mugshot on the wall at the Walmart customer service. Yeah, Ben says he moves ladders around at Home Depot. That gets their attention. Yeah. Because Big Brother's upstairs watching in the camera, waiting to reprimand the employees for not taking care of business, Got the boy here this morning, says Elizabeth. Good to see you. Justin, how are you? Trying to create project binders for the job site with all relevant information, details, powering the field to make informed decisions. That's awesome. Sometimes these things are great, right? And you can say, wow, go to JobTread, look in the job file. And that's great. It's awesome. JobTread's awesome. In fact, congratulations to Eric Fortenberry for being awarded Entrepreneur of the Year. But sometimes the guy's got to have a little paperwork, right? And that's okay too. A little 3-ring binder never hurt anybody. Little archaic, but hey, it can kick around the job site, get coffee spilled on it, and they've got the answers that they need. So good for you guys, putting some systems and processes in place. Good morning, Mike Nunez from Nunez Vineyard Management. Yeah, good to see you guys. Bubba says you want their attention. Go crank that sawmill up in the lumberyard department. They'll come running 5 deep back there, right? Yeah. Instead, you're in that little saw table with the box cut saw that everybody's used, and when they pull back, and then they run it across the metal thing that holds, the metal thing's all chewed up, and it's cut with a saw designed to cut wood. So you're just going there to die. So Job Tread is on the radar. Yeah, Elizabeth, Job Tread is fantastic. If I can make an introduction for you or let somebody know to give you a call. I'm a big Job Tread fan. I don't get paid to say that. But I just love the company and the team and the people that the funny, everybody that works there has always worked there. They just add people. You don't see people leave. So anyway, kudos to Job Tread and Eric Fortenberry for winning that award. He mentioned that he was up for it or going to the awards dinner and he was nominated and all that. I'm like, he's going to win that. We're going to be seeing a post next week that he won it. And then sure enough, there it was. So guy's just a winner, and he's running that company, owns that company, and super, super high commitment to making the software better all the time. So understanding that no software does every single thing that everybody needs, right? So I do get paid, though, to advertise the WWBD fall retreat. So I will advertise that. Wait, am I getting paid? Cool. Good morning, Bradley Birch. Bubba, I'll tell you something funny. We were getting to paint the other day, and Wendy said, I don't want to, I got to change my shirt. I don't want to get paint on my good shirt. And I looked, and she was wearing her WWBD shirt. Like, that's your good shirt. Good. All right. Okay. I will have Mr. Fortenberry and his team give you a call. You guys at Levi and Grace. Yeah. Perfect. See how that works, guys? Just connect people. I love that. So anyway, yeah, we got a bunch going today. Yesterday we didn't get the siding back on. Hopefully today, in my infinite wisdom, I took the gutter off. So now I'm under that eave of the house. So if it's raining, I'm getting a face full of water, but the gutter was in terrible shape anyway. So we'll just wait. If the weather's not great today, we'll just hold off, but probably we're gonna get her done. So yeah. Elizabeth, the details are coming. So we've got the link. I think, Bubba, do you have the link yet? If you don't, post it up. Get it in here without further ado, right? Yeah, for sure. So, hey, we've been talking about, becoming unignorable, right? I think it's a word. If it's not a word, I made it up. We'll take credit for it. So, yeah. How about keeping the promises you make when no one is watching? Mm-hmm. Don't we all have trouble with this one, right? I mean, I know I do from time to time. Probably one of the strongest topics in the series, because it kind of gets to the heart of what truly makes someone unignorable, and that's integrity. Okay, not the integrity everybody sees, but the integrity that no one sees. Okay, want to know the fastest way to becoming unignorable? Become someone who can trust themselves. We talk a lot about that here, that self-trust, right? Wendy and I had something just even this morning, and we're just texting back and forth. And my last words were, "I'll talk to you when you get here. We'll figure it out." That's self-trust. We'll figure it out. I'm not worried about it. We're gonna take care of it. Okay. If you use the word, it becomes a word. That's true. Don't even get me going on like irregardless or those double negatives that are actually in the dictionary as a real word. Now Ben Bryant's going to stop posting all those. I got to take the meat out of the freezer and get it de-thawed. Oh, shoot. How do we get off topic? Bubba, that's you, right? Yeah, keep your promises to yourself, because every time you keep one, right, you build self-respect. Every time you break one, you chip away at it, right? I'm not talking about the promises to your boss or your customers. I'm talking about the ones you make to yourself, okay? The ones nobody would know if you broke. For example, Bubba says, I'm going to the gym every day. I'm in Australia. He doesn't go. Nobody knows the difference, right? So he I can't read these comments. An ask hole is a new word. One who asks advice of opinion, but does the opposite and ignores you. Yes, true. I was listening to Frisella on the way over here today, and they were doing their, what do they call it? Cruise the internet. Where, um, no, it wasn't cruise the internet. It was the three questions, Q&A, and one 31-year-old guy wrote in and said, what happens? Yeah, I give people advice and they don't take it. So it's a timely comment. They were telling him, just do you, bro. Just lead and win and have success. And don't worry about telling everybody else what to do. Right. So, guys, the people that that are around you, okay, the ones that would look at your public reputation, don't see your private habits. They see the success. Okay. They don't see the early mornings. They don't see the workout you might skip. They don't see the book you read instead of scrolling. They don't see that extra follow-up call. Okay. The decision to shut the laptop and be present with the family, turn the phone over at dinner, not even bring it. They don't see the commitment that you honored when no one was keeping score, when it wouldn't really truly wouldn't have mattered if you didn't do it. Okay. Bubba, thanks. Good morning, Rachel. Hey, every broken promise sends your brain a message, right? So when you say, I'll start Monday, or I'll make that call, or I'll get up at 5, right? I'll stop procrastinating. And then you don't, you train yourself that, not to believe your own words. Okay. Good morning, Jameson Griffin. Good to see you. Like, eventually your confidence suffers if you don't trust yourself, right? Not because you lack ability, but because you've taught yourself that your commitments are negotiable. Well, I'll start that diet Monday. Well, unless they have those blueberry muffins, at the donut shop, right? Your confidence isn't built by positive thinking, guys. It's built by keeping promises to yourself. Good morning from Denver. Mile high. Good to see you, Dave Davis. It's happening. Dave Davis from Denver. Welcome. Hope you had a great Father's Day. Hope the rest of you guys had a great Father's Day as well. If you have a dad still here or not, or whether you are a dad or act as a dad to some. So anyway, guys, the world trusts people who trust themselves. Fight me, right? Think about the leaders you admire. All right. They make mistakes. I mean, they make decisions. They follow through. They don't constantly second guess themselves, though, right? Why is that? Well, they've built years of evidence that says, when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. That quiet confidence is magnetic. Like Bubba says, hitting the snooze button. Start the day off telling yourself a lie, really. Yeah. If you use the snooze button, I don't even know you anymore. Right? Lose my number. That's a little harsh. I still love you. But we'll work on it. It's not about perfection, guys. You're going to miss that workout, right? Don't miss twice. You're going to oversleep. Don't do it again the next day, okay? You're going to make some mistakes. Learn from them. The goal isn't perfection, okay? The goal is returning to the standard quickly. Get back to it. Get back on track. Instead of just abandoning it quickly. Hey, you're on your plan. You're eating well, whatever it is. I use nutrition and stuff a lot because that's, something that I struggle with from time to time, or a lot. You get to Thursday and you had let's say you had a bad day. Well, tomorrow's Friday. The brakes are gone. No sense steering. I guess I'll get back on this on Monday. That's how that goes. Okay. So don't let one day become a bad week, or a bad week become a bad month, bad year, right? All of a sudden it's 5 years down the road and you're like, what happened? Ask me how I know. Okay. Ask me how I know. You guys know, it's no secret. Okay. We're right in the thick of it. It's hard to eat right when you're doing something like this, but we're meal planning, bringing stuff over, eating right. I had one of the meal plan meals for breakfast the other day. It was chicken and red potatoes for breakfast. Hey, it beats a shitty breakfast sandwich. Okay. So come at me. Yeah. I've had a lot of that stuff, and that's how we learn, right? Okay. You got to choose discipline over convenience. Okay. Build the routines that reinforce your standards. Okay. The book that I read, Come Home by Nick Peterson, that Tom Ferrer gave me, talked about don't you just keep adding stuff. I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to do that. Take something away. I'm going to stop stopping at the gas station for a breakfast sandwich. Whatever. I'm going to eat the two hard boiled eggs that are in the fridge instead. Yeah, my meal planners remember to grab the leftovers for sure. Honor the commitments to the people around you as well, right? Be consistent, okay? Like I've always said, I don't know what today. Sometimes I don't even count the days for a while, but today's like, I don't know, 5:43 or something. 4. Less is more, Tom. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. But just keep doing it. It's not like, hey, today is another day in a row. Nah, I'll check again in 10 days out. Here's what I know. Coming up on 5:50. Am I going live tomorrow? Yep. I'm late, says Lee. I hope you didn't hit that snooze button. If you did, don't watch the first part of this. Just kidding. I love you. Oh, how about this, Lee? Identify one promise you've been breaking to yourself. Good morning, Paul Tarasuk. One promise you've been breaking to yourself, like whether it's working out or reading or going to bed earlier. Like I track those KPIs, and last night I think we watched one more episode of Criminal Minds. I'm half asleep in the chair. But you know what? It was like 9:45 when I went to bed, and my time is 9 so that I can have a great day the next day. So I didn't check that box this morning. All right. Okay. Tracking it. That's how you figure it out. Okay. Maybe it's going to bed early. Maybe it's calling your folks, or maybe it's following up with prospects, or spending quality time with your spouse. Okay. Like a lot of the things that we do here, I could probably just bust out, but like the shed doors the other day, like, I said, Wendy, why don't you go to Bangor and get the paint? I'll build the shed doors. And I could tell that wasn't really what she wanted. She wanted to build the shed doors with me. So we built the shed doors together, and she got to be good and miserable doing that with me instead of go Bangor. My point is we spent some time together. So it was more than just shed doors. Okay. It was looking at those things after and going, we did that together. Okay. So that was cool. All right. Just make one decision that you're not going to break a promise to yourself that you've been breaking. Okay. And do it for the week, do it for the day, do it for the month, whatever it is. Just keep it today. Don't worry about next week or next month. Just win today. All right. Ben Bryant, please tell Lee Frisbee what time we started. There's a quote here. I don't know who said it, but you know who will take credit for it. Your public reputation is built by the private promises that you keep. When I used to see Mike Foley a lot in Portland, he has one of the best gym in Maine, in my estimation. And Mike is an incredibly consistent and disciplined person. Hasn't had a cookie in like 35 years. No joke. And he looked at me one day and says, Bob, what you do in private shows in public. I said, oh, okay. All right. I get it. So let me ask you this. And Mike would ask you this. If someone followed you around for 30 days, not listening to your goals or anything like that, just watching your actions, what would they conclude matters most to you? What would they conclude matters most to you? All right. Because becoming unignorable isn't about saying the right things. It's about living in a way that makes your actions impossible to ignore. One of the other things I got out of that book, Tom, was be useful. It doesn't mean like be useful or of service. Just be useful. See what's going on. Look out ahead of you. See what the next step is. See what somebody might be struggling with in the next day or two, and build a bridge. Take care of it. One of the things that I share a lot about Wendy and I, but she double knots her hiking shoes every morning, right? So if I'm over there putting my shoes on, I look down and see those double knots. She, like when we're getting ready to leave, I hear she hates to undo the double knots, right? So Oftentimes, I'll just reach down while I'm putting my shoes on. I'll grab one of hers, take the double knots out, unlace them, get them ready, put them right there. I don't have to say anything. I don't have to run it up the flagpole, but it's just something that I do that says, I see you. I notice you. I want your life to be a little bit easier today. Okay. Work just as hard when no one is watching, says Dave Davis. And there's Bubba taking credit for the quote. Of course, don't let me down, brother. Yeah. Just become unignorable, guys. Become unreplaceable, really. The people who become unignorable aren't perfect by any stretch, okay? They're just dependable. They become the kind of person whose actions consistently match their words. Yeah, she's got to get those Velcro ones like this. This sound is incredibly loud at 2 a.m. when I take this thing off. Oh, shoot. Look at the CPAP mash. That's what it's like. It's crazy. Oh, shoot. Hey, if you can't laugh at yourself, you can't laugh at anybody else. And Bubba knows that I spend plenty of time laughing at other people. So we have a good time. Good morning, Roy. Well, welcome. Yeah, good to see you. Thanks for always sharing it. Yeah, I appreciate it very much. Guys, tomorrow we're going to talk about another game changer. Your reputation is built when no one's watching. Nobody's watching, okay? Keep the promises you make to yourself, guys. 10 days we're going on being unignorable. Unignorable. It's a word that I made up just recently. Webster's called. Rabbits out here this morning. I got about 10 feet from him. I went out there by the dumpster and I went, oh, there he is. He just looked at me, kept munching on the grass. So he's basically a pet now. Still haven't really named him. Washley Wabbit, I call him. There's two of them. Wendy and I walked the property yesterday. You might think you would do that before you bought a property. But we walked way down back to see if we could find the two property lines. And we've got the corner. Larry showed me the first corner. And then the second corner we were trying to walk to was like 200 feet across. The lot's 200 by 1,300 and like 6 acres. And I looked in the woods, I saw some ribbons, and I'm like, oh, so we got soaked in the trees and bugs were eating us alive. And then Wendy went right to the corner of this trail that she's like, I got it. So she's the Hawkeye. She found it. We found one front corner, didn't find the other front corner, but I know by the driveway where it is. The other one, I think the guy down in the right corner has his dog yard and fence has kind of come out onto our field a ways. So I'm going to have to figure out a tactful way to just get down and inquire about whether he knows exactly where the line is, because I'm pretty sure that a good 20 feet of our property is being used by someone else. So that's always a little tenuous situation, but we'll check it out, figure it out. So Ben, let Roy know what time, what he has won for coming in as we are wrapping up. That's usually Dan Bennett or Bunker. Bunker's like, what I miss? How about Bunker doing the bougie camping out there? Pretty cool. Yeah. Good fences make good neighbors. That's right. In the big scheme of things, it's not a big deal down front. But I also, you let somebody use your property long enough, so it kind of becomes theirs, right? So we just want to make sure we have that. And yeah, you can get a surveyor to shoot a boundary, just one line, pin on one line. We did that sometimes when we were contracting and not wanting to put a garage on someone else's line, whatever, go too close, respecting some setbacks. So anyway, we'll figure that out. It's certainly not a big priority at the moment. We'll figure it out. So got to get Corey over here to move the shed. And then after that, he's going to grade out the backyard a little bit better. Travis got us a good charge of where we wanted to go, but I think now we'll have Corey come in and kind of smooth it and keep pushing, and I'll get some more trees cut in the meantime. So can you help me find the corner of my property? The other guy has me confused. I like that. I like that. Yeah, perfect. You don't think I should pound on the door? Get your fence off my land. Don't want to have a neighbor issue. Don't want to ever have a neighbor issue. That's not fun, Yeah, we'll take care of that. So, and I honestly, that doesn't even bother me other than just I want to make sure I know where it is. But I also, and I think they bought that property recently. So there's a good chance it was already like that. So anyway, just I'll go and just kind of stay in the inquiry. That's a good way to do that, Tom. So what, Ben, was away for 10 minutes. What I missed. You got to read Roy the Riot Act. Okay. All right. I'll let you guys go. Start your week. Monday is a good fresh day. Hit the reset button. Tack of the week. Think of the things that you guys want to get done. All right. Be unignorable. All right. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to talk about how your reputation's built when nobody's watching, doing the things that you see that you do when nobody's watching you and nobody's keeping you accountable. So anyway, guys, I love y'all. Have a fantastic day. You guys that supported us today on Instagram and YouTube. I appreciate you. Something happened with the LinkedIn feed, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. So anyway, have a great day and an even better week. I'll be back here tomorrow, 8 a.m., same time, same station. We'll see you guys. Have a fantastic day. Later. We'll see you.